Okay, so the first message coming through is that you're more powerful than you think. So if you're drawn to this video, you probably just went through a very intense experience, probably one of the strongest awakenings of your life. May have been a terrifying experience, shook up your world, changed the way you see the world and everyone around you. If that resonates, this message is for you. It's going to be a really deep message, because it is about an awakening, an initiation. One of your guides, spirit, is guiding you through this. You're guided, you're protected. So when I asked for very direct answers. I was like, what are they getting completely wrong? Like, not to make you feel bad or anything, just so you can gain clarity and just, kind of get clear as you can. And I got the planet Saturn. So your Saturn, so if you're like around the age of 30, your Saturn may be in return, Saturn return. I am, so, but if not, the planet Saturn is still heavily affecting you in some way. And then I also drew physical touch, taste, your physical senses, the physical world very specifically, and then the garden gnomes, and that is also physical. And the gnomes talk about how they're very strong protectors, but if they're betrayed, they can be very fierce. So as much as they can protect, they can also destroy, okay? So basically everything isn't as it seems right now. So your guide is putting you through this awakening to show you how strong your power is, right? How strong your field of influence is also, and how much control you actually have over your reality. So Spirit may have had to show you how much your thoughts really do affect your present moment. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. Then I asked, what are you absolutely getting correct here? And I got the Sage. So everything you're being shown here isn't to put power in the physical or what is manifesting around you. That's not where it's coming from. It's all coming from you. You're the Sage. So what you're seeing on the outside, you're being asked to be patient and wait for things to unfold right now, okay? This is an experience, and it's going to be step by step, and you're very guided. Even if it feels completely chaotic and terrifying, it's for a greater purpose, to get you back to that ancient presence that we all hold, okay? And then I drew the planet Mercury, which is about communication. And then the wreath, I think it was, but it's about abundance, wealth, prosperity. So everything is not as it seems right now. Your world may have just got turned upside down. Everything you thought was true in your life about who you are, how things really are, may have just got flipped. Just allow this, okay? Don't fear it, because this is all to teach you about your Sage presence and the power that we actually hold within this reality. Each and every one of us. Okay? And then these two I just pulled these two without even thinking. It just happened. It was the bee and then the water element. So right now, you're really being asked to embrace all the emotions that you're feeling. If you need to cry, you need to allow that. Don't try to box down these emotions that are involved with this experience that Spirit co-created with you, so you could realize what's holding you back from your abundance and this Sage presence and knowing your true power and that nothing externally really has power over you. And if you find yourself in a reality that you've unconsciously created and you woke up to it, it's all in divine timing. Spirit woke you up to witness these things so that Spirit can show you how to unfold yourself, come back to the real, your true self, your authentic self, what presence really is in reality, rather than this fabricated matrix that's been created around us by unconscious beings, which you don't need to fear that either, because God is in everything, even the unconscious, the dark and the light. So really try to not fall into fear right now, and you don't need to figure all this out. And then I started getting, before this reading, I was actually starting to get angry, but that's what got me out of bed, because I was feeling destabilized, debilitated by the fear, because I keep swinging back and forth, but we're supposed to allow both, okay? It's a natural part, it's human, it's part of us shedding these layers where we're going to fall into moments of fear because we're giving our power away to the external, the physical, not realizing that we are the sage, we are presence, we are what creates everything. And so the next card I drew was Venus. Oh, I don't need to hold that up anymore. Venus. Yeah, so we gotta hold the love and know that this experience, this awakening, this initiation, this observer effect, look up observer effect, look up Carl Jung, shadow projection, okay, all these things. If you're called to this video, that's probably what you just experienced. I experienced this 4 years ago, and it came back full circle again just a few days ago, and now it's like layers deeper. So you do not need to try to overthink this or dig in. Just allow to be present with yourself, with your emotions, with how you're feeling with this, and spend time alone after this experience to integrate. Oh my goodness. And allow these waves of emotion, and know that all of this is stemming from love. No matter how scary it looks in your external reality, no matter how dark your thoughts may get at times, God is holding you through this. And usually I pull cards on camera, but I'm really deep in this too, so I really wanted to make sure I was getting the right message out. And so I asked, like, what is this external reality, these unconscious people, are they all, you know, basically, is it like something outside of me attacking me, right? Collectively. And so I drew chaos, and Venus came out with that same question, but I wanted to bring this up first. So we have to know that this chaos is part of God, love, okay? And so it's funny because my question was like about these people, right? And so, and look, they're just like, you could see people lurking in the shadows. So this is in the web, right? But this is all for a purpose, like the unconscious and this web of darkness that's been put over what's true, like truly presence, right? But it's all for a reason. And then I also got the Raven's Head, which is literally initiation, the ordeal, the work begins. So Spirit is speaking so clearly to me since this awakening. It's insane. I've never had, I mean, the cards always speak to me, but since this initiation, this awakening, it's just more clear. So that's going to be the gift. Even though it seems the opposite because it's shaking you up and making you so confused, it is going to make other things more clear. So I just want to read both of these cards because this exactly explained the experience I just went through. So that may be what you're going through also, or something similar. We're all different, so it's going to be the same themes of energy, but the themes of energy that we're working through right now are going to manifest for us differently. So it's chaos, massa confusa. I don't know if I said that right, but it's funny because I asked, like, is this a mass thing? Is this, I'm feeling attacked by, a massive unconscious beings, So we got disoriented, that's for sure, spinning, groundlessness. But this is for a purpose, allow it, okay? This is where we find our deepest revelations and wisdom. So it's scary because we're lucky because more people are awakening, the vibration's raising, but still, I'm guessing most of us, a lot of us that are going through this are spread out, so you may be feeling really alone and you don't know anyone around you that's going through this. That's why you have to go to the inner teacher, that inner knowing, okay? But when an alchemist sits in their laboratory amidst the presence of massa confusa, something miraculous is bound to occur. Yeah, and I've been getting so many downloads, visions, epiphanies, not visions, but just like information about miracles, okay? So sometimes you have to go really, deep into the shadow to get, to get rewards, gems, treasures, epiphanies. So yeah, something miraculous is bound to occur. That's because this card, this state, is so powerful and all-encompassing that it typically overwhelms the student to the point of despair. Definitely where I'm at. Such is the nature of chaos. It is the grand trickster. Yeah, so just know this is from God. It's not the whole world against you, okay? It's not the whole world tricking you. It's you coming back to your own power. So the topsy-turvy confusion that turns life on its head and spins a web not even the wisest mystic can untangle. Baffling, yes. Disorienting, yes. But the seasoned alchemists recognize it as the most potent point in the alchemical experiment. Wait, observe, do nothing. Yeah, and that is so against my nature and how I've run my life. So, and anytime when I've gotten these messages before, I try to listen, but in the past I didn't. This time I really just sat down, put myself up in the house, and really am just no distractions other than like other tarot readers or like positive spiritual videos to help me process this. But I'm not, no distractions other than that. And meditating. I don't think I've ever meditated so much as in the last few days. So sometimes spirit really has to shake things up to get us back to our center. Well, yeah, do nothing. It is destiny itself that spins the web. Yeah, anytime you feel like the whole world's against you or any of that, remember this is destiny, this is God. God is in everything. Do not fear. False evidence appearing real. Fear. False evidence appearing real. Okay, it is, yeah. Clarity will emerge one strand at a time. Yeah, like I said, I had this same awakening 4 years ago, but now that's coming back around, I'm, in hindsight, after it hit me this time, the second time, I realized it was the same energy. It's the same, and it's around the same time of the year, so don't get paranoid. This is a planetary thing, and it's a mass awakening because I'm seeing tons of people are going through the same thing as me right now, okay? It's all planned, okay? Yeah, clarity will emerge one strand at a time. Your only task is to breathe. Do not struggle. Yeah, I've focused more on my breath the last 3 days than I have in the last year. And I'm realizing, yeah, I'm always up in fight or flight, breathing up here. So if you spent the last year up here breathing in fight or flight and survival and just always depressed and having paranoid thoughts and stuff, after a year of that, you know, because I've gone through so much trauma in the last year, it's just been insane. And so Spirit's just trying to really put an end to all that. And sometimes the only way that happens is like this, because sometimes we're not able to receive this. We just got caught up in our own web, and so Spirit has to really come in. Yeah.